Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Return Policy. Today I'm doing a mini review on the Nyko Clip Grip Power for the Nintendo Switch. So this accessory was announced last June during E3 and it just recently was released, and I think the impulse got the better of me, and by the looks of the photo it does look a bit gimmicky, but I couldn't help it, so I had to try it out for myself and do a review for this one. So right from the start you can tell on the box that it doubles as a your cell phone mount. It has a little compartment for cartridges and the micro SD cards, and it also acts as a 1000 milliamp little battery pack to keep your Joy-Cons charged as well too, and actually other devices, which I'll definitely describe in further detail later. So right from the start you can tell on the box that it doubles as a your cell phone mount. It has a little compartment for cartridges and the micro SD cards, and it also acts as a 1000 milliamp little battery pack to keep your Joy-Cons charged as well too, and actually other devices, which I'll definitely describe in further detail later. So right from the start you can tell from the build quality of the Clip Grip Power is pretty above average, quite nice. It is definitely a plastic, but you can hear a little bit of the more rugged texture for the Joy-Cons, and it's pretty hefty, to be honest. It's probably because of the battery pack that's housed inside this as well too. So here's a little bit of a closer look at the Clip Grip Power. You can tell that it has a small button right up here on the front where when pressed you can see the battery life of the internal battery pack, and on the back houses the actual mount that you would use to hold your smartphone. And the way that actually disengages is there's a little spring and you pull this kind of this, I guess, the attachment downwards, and it allows you to lift it out like so. And so once you take that out you actually slide it on top, and that allows you to attach your smartphone directly to the Clip Grip Power. And so next we have the secret compartment here for the Switch cartridges as well as a micro SD card. So you can see that I have my cartridges here from Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, and Skylanders. And to be honest, it's actually pretty nifty to have a cool little compartment for your cartridges as well as an SD card for the future. And these things are so dang small that it is actually quite helpful having them in one location. And you might have already purchased a SD card holder as well as the Nintendo Switch cartridge holder. I don't blame you, but it is kind of cool having this all-in-one type of design. So here's something that I wanted to show you as well too, and I took out the charging grip that you can pay separately, although I do wish Nintendo had included it with the original console. So here they are side by side, and you can tell that the Clip Grip Power is slightly more ergonomic and a little bit more wider than the charging grip that Nintendo sells. And just from those small subtle touches, the Clip Grip Power feels much more comfortable when in use than using Nintendo's own. Here's a little bit more angles just to kind of show the size difference between the Clip Grip Power and the Nintendo charging grip. So here I wanted to show you the top portion of the Clip Grip Power. You have here a micro USB port to help charge the battery pack, and then you have a standard USB-A connector that allows you to use even this small battery pack to charge other devices. It even advertises that you can charge the Nintendo Switch itself with it, but given the size of the battery pack, you'll probably still going to need another source of power if your battery for the Nintendo Switch goes out. This is more just as a courtesy that I do really like, though, that allows you to use that same battery to charge other devices. Connecting the Joy-Cons is as simple as using the regular charging grip or the regular grip that Nintendo provides. You slide the left side in, slide the right side in, and you're ready to go. And the charging is also being done automatically by the Clip Grip Power. The button on the front is only meant to show how much battery life is left on the Clip Grip Power. Here's how it looks with the cell phone itself connected, and although it's designed to use the Nintendo Switch online service, especially if you're using Splatoon 2 to communicate, I guess one thing that Nyko didn't anticipate, and unfortunately Nintendo didn't really anticipate, is that you'd want to use this in a more landscape mode rather than in portrait. So technically the biggest feature that the Clip Grip Power is supposed to offer is not very compatible with what Nintendo is offering to use for for the Switch. So here's a little feature that's definitely not advertised, and I don't really think I want to recommend it as well, but I thought it was pretty nifty and just wanted to share with you guys anyway. But when I'm playing Splatoon 2, and if I'm trying to play undocked and even lying on the bed or even on a couch, and I just want to kind of play very lazily, the gyroscopic controls aren't as I guess helpful when playing with Splatoon 2. And so I got the idea of using the Clip Grip Power and the quote-unquote cell phone mount to actually connect the Switch console itself to the mount and play it as if it's kind of just hovering over the controllers themselves. And so lo and behold, when I use the mount for the Switch console itself, it actually plays quite nicely, especially with Splatoon 2 and with many other games. And so the reason I don't want to really recommend it is that it does definitely add a little bit of weight, feels a little bit off center, and who knows that it might just slip off. But to be honest, I thought this was really cool, and it actually helped me enjoy Splatoon 2 while lying in bed or sitting reclined on a couch, and got to play it in a much more natural way rather than fighting with the gyroscopic controls or switching back to just the regular analog stick controls, which I'm not so accustomed to anymore. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show for this one, and I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of a hidden feature. It might not be the most best advertised feature, and like I said, I didn't really want to recommend it, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to share and show you guys what I found out. So all in all, what do I think of the Nyko Clip Grip Power for the Nintendo Switch? To be honest, I really like it. I like the gimmicks that it comes with. I like the features that it tries to shoehorn into one seemingly kind of throwaway aspect, which is just a grip for your Joy-Cons. But I like the way that it tries to bundle in all these different kind of features into one simple accessory. And although I thought I would never even need a cartridge holder for SD card holder, it's pretty quite useful, especially having it bundled all in one rather than having to juggle different kinds of holders for your cartridge. And so, what do I think of this guy? And if you decide to take that impulse as well too, for $24.99, I think this guy is worth a keep it. And to be honest, Nintendo charges $29.99 for their charging grip, which is kind of misleading because it doesn't really hold a charge for your Joy-Cons. It's really just a pass-through from your regular USB outlet or charger into the Joy-Cons. But at least this one actually can charge your Joy-Cons, as well as charge any other device for as much as 1,000 milliamp battery can help out. So yes, this one for me is a keep it. Thank you everyone for taking the time to watch this silly little mini reviews that I'm making. I made it out to 20 episodes, which is awesome. If you guys thought this was entertaining or even informative, go ahead and hit the like button. If you didn't, go ahead and hit that dislike button. That's cool too. And even though this is only 20 episodes, I do still plan to make a whole lot more in the future. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Alright guys and gals, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.